Hey guys, it's Mario from WKTL, and today I'm going to talk about the different advantages and disadvantages of some of our knives. I'm going to start off with the first set. These are the Merlins. The Merlins are lighter than some of the other knives that we have. The Crusader, they're very, very well balanced. Now, every single knife has advantages and disadvantages, and some of them may fit a specific style of throw. What we've done at WKTL is we actually sell a sampler pack, so you don't have to buy them in sets of 3. You can actually buy 4, and I think we discount the 4th one by a significant amount, but then you can try 4 different knives to see which one is the one that you truly like for your rotation, for your throw. So that's what those sampler packs are there for. Now the Merlins, they're really great to throw because they're extremely light. And so they're like a laser that you are just basically snapping forward. And I love the rotation. I love the distance. I love how light it is. Like, it's so easy just to throw. And it's almost, the Merlins to me feel like you're throwing a dart. Now, when we get into the Blackhawks, it feels like you're actually throwing like a little hatchet. Now, the thing that's nice about the Blackhawks is the coverage, especially if you under-rotate. They're much better than the Merlins. The Merlins, unless you're going deep in the wood, which I did in this middle one, you know, you don't have as much coverage as you would get with the Blackhawks, especially if you under-rotate, where you can basically cover almost the full 4 to 4. So you're basically going right across it. Merlins, again, absolutely amazing knives. I find them much easier to aim with, but if you're having issues with coverage and sticking them, you might want to look at a different set like the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks I like to refer as the butcher of knife throwing. These are the heaviest and the most coverage you'll get for WKTL. Again, I'm going to set myself up and I'm going to see if actually I can under-rotate this knife to get coverage. So I over-rotated, and even with the over-rotation, I'm going to show you the coverage that you can basically get. That's the throw that I wanted to show you, which is the advantage of the Blackhawks that is difficult to get. Now, even if you look at both of them, like this one's a 6 that went right across it, but if I landed straight, I wouldn't have hit that. And this is where the Blackhawk comes into play. It gives you a huge advantage, but even with the way it's designed and when it goes in deep, like that's a pretty big amount of coverage that you end up getting from them. So Blackhawks are a huge favorite. The disadvantage of what I personally don't like with the Blackhawks, I find that with the size of the blade, the disadvantage is from the minimum of the 15-foot mark where you're doing the double rotation, and roughly I'm throwing it about 16.5, 17 feet for the double rotation. I feel as though it kind of sails a little bit, like it catches some of the wind. So I don't love it for second rotation, for 2 rotation, and I know a lot of people that are actually switching between using the Blackhawks for a single rotation and then using a different set of knives for the double rotation. Now we have the Crusaders. The thing that I love about the Crusaders is they're the best of both worlds. So they have the aim and maneuverability as what the Merlins have, and then they also have almost the weight of what you see with the Blackhawks. So with the Crusaders, I'm going to start on this side and I'm going to move myself around it, and they're very nice, easy to throw, easy to aim knives. Now, you have to find something that works for you. Just because, you know, I like the Crusaders for the coverage doesn't mean it should be something that you should be using. And maybe when you're doing tournaments, it's maybe running down on you and you want something lighter like the Merlins. The Merlins are a huge favorite, so are the Lancelots. We have so many different knives, and there's some other ones that are coming out that are light and then have the coverage almost similar to the Crusaders. So long story short, every single knife has some sort of variation to it, and we do that by design. We want you to have choice. We want you to have the ability to either have more coverage. We want you to have something heavy. We want you to have something lighter. We want to maybe even just shorten the distance so you're able to maybe better rotate it from the 10-foot mark so you can get closer to the 10, and maybe you're not stepping back, or maybe you're closer to the 15-foot mark with the Merlins than you would be with the Blackhawks, maybe stepping, you know, back at 16.5 or 17 feet. So every knife is completely different. They have different weights, they have different sizes, they have different dimensions, but they all have guards and they all rotate extremely well. So I hope you guys enjoy, and hit me up if you have any questions. Drop them down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram for more great content. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.